Let's turn to Nicolle Wallace. Nicolle, good morning to you.
Good morning, guys.
Let's start with this tantalizing tweet from Bill Kristol that there could be a third-party candidate who's impressive and formidable and would be well-funded and is thinking about getting in the race. Does this seem realistic, feasible? Who could it be?
Listen, anything is possible. Bill Kristol is a smart guy, but I don't see this happening, and I don't see it happening in a manner that weakens Trump, right? I mean, that has been the story. That has been what we have gathered around this table and talked about morning after morning. Crummy debate performance didn't weaken Trump. Outrageous statements about Muslims didn't weaken Trump. And I just question at this moment whether someone else getting in would weaken him at all.
Let's for a second say that Bill Kristol isn't the kind of guy who would just throw something out there for no reason. We've already heard some people say, it's not me.
Right.
Who could it be? Give me a couple of names.
Well, it could be. People talk about, I'll tell you the kinds of people it could be. There are generals out there who people would love to see come in. They'd be the kinds of people that would be difficult to attack from someone like Donald Trump. A kind of person like a Stan McChrystal, the kind of person with an impeccable resume on military matters. There are also some stragglers in the Never Trump movement, people like Mitt Romney. There was a story this weekend about how he's alone in the wilderness, and he really is. But he's a person who stood on principle and said, I will never vote for Donald Trump.
But, I mean, there's even the question of could they get on the ballot? And if the point is not to get on the ballot, but just be a spoiler, who signs up for that?
There you go. So here's the question. We used to talk, and I remember Chuck Todd sat here and said it's almost too late to get on every ballot, and it is now too late to get on every ballot. So this theory hinges on someone getting in and simply depriving either Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump of getting 270 electoral votes.
Yeah, but then talk about what happens if nobody gets 270 electoral votes.
It goes to the revered House of Representatives, a Republican-controlled body, and each one would have one vote. So, you know, it's hard to imagine that the Congress, elected every 2 years by the voters, would go against the will of the people.
Let's just get off fantasy and conspiracy theories for a second. Let's talk about California.
Right.
Should Hillary Clinton lose to Bernie Sanders out there? What does it do to this race?
So we've also been talking for many months now about how much damage Bernie Sanders is doing to Hillary Clinton by staying in beyond the point where it's mathematically possible for him to be the nominee. Kristen Welker nailed it when she said that the reality is that Hillary Clinton has the nomination essentially locked up. This is zero-sum now. Everything he does that's good for Bernie Sanders is bad for her. And a win in California for Bernie Sanders would be very, very damaging to Hillary Clinton.
Although she could mathematically still get the nomination, but your point is she would be a severely weakened candidate.
It's just a psychic blow. It's a huge and diverse state. Sanders hasn't won a lot of huge and diverse states. If he bests her there, it's a you sort of limp into your own convention at a time when you're supposed to be gathering strength.
Well, I understand Stanley McChrystal's on line one. Nicolle, thank you.
Yeah, exactly. Looking for a vice president.
I'm sorry, sir.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.